Verstappen gets final verdict on race ban. Fred is under huge pressure as Ferrari seeks answers, and Lando admits he isn't the #1 driver at McLaren. Let's get into the latest F1 news. Max Verstappen and George Russell have had their share of disagreements on the track, and their latest clash has sparked significant discussion about racing conduct in Formula One. Recently, Russell expressed that a potential ban for Verstappen wouldn't be unjust. Why is this sentiment being shared? Well, Verstappen is now just one penalty point away from receiving a one-race ban. This predicament follows a controversial incident during the Spanish Grand Prix, where Verstappen's aggressive driving led to a collision that raised eyebrows and pointed fingers. As the stewards reviewed the situation, they slapped Verstappen with a 10-second penalty, pushing him from a hopeful position to finish P10 in the race. Adding to that, 3 penalty points were given, bringing his total to 11. A count of 12 means an automatic race ban. The incident itself was intense. Russell and Verstappen were involved in a fierce battle for 4th place when Verstappen was forced off the track. Despite the Red Bull team suggesting that Verstappen should let Russell pass, the Dutch driver seemed reluctant. As the two raced towards turn 5, Verstappen made a swift move to re-enter the battle, colliding with Russell's Mercedes. This incident has naturally put Verstappen's future races in jeopardy, especially with upcoming races in Canada and Austria. Russell has made his stance clear. He believes that reckless driving deserves consequences. He remarked that if Verstappen reaches the dreaded 12 points, then indeed, it wouldn't be unjust to face a race ban. Driving recklessly has consequences, Russell stated, adding that the system of penalty points is specifically designed to hold drivers accountable for their actions on the track. It's also worth noting that since the super license system was implemented, only one driver, Kevin Magnussen, has actually faced a race ban, making Verstappen's situation all the more precarious. This history adds weight to the implications of Verstappen's actions, as fans and analysts alike keep a close eye on his behavior in the races to come. While the clash at the Spanish Grand Prix incited controversy, Russell did attempt to clarify his position. He mentioned that he doesn't believe Verstappen aimed to crash into him. Rather, it seemed like a miscalculation in the heat of the moment. Russell explained that Verstappen's intention might have been to intimidate rather than collide. However, such split-second decisions can have far-reaching consequences on the championship season, and both drivers are well aware of the risks involved. As the racing world prepares for the next events, the focus will be on Verstappen and whether he can navigate the challenges ahead without incurring additional penalties. Will he temper his aggressive style, or will the heat of competition draw him into another risky maneuver? Fans are eager to see how this story unfolds. Stay tuned as we bring you the latest from Formula One. Verstappen's recent incident with George Russell stirred quite the conversation in the F1 community. While Verstappen didn't overtly apologize to the public, he acknowledged that the situation was not right in a subsequent social media statement. This surprise revelation caught Russell off guard as well. However, Russell wasn't looking for an apology. He expressed that Verstappen's actions inadvertently benefited him, saying, "I should be almost thanking him." He noted that his feelings would have been quite different had the collision resulted in his race being compromised. It's commendable that Verstappen took accountability, and Russell was taken aback by that gesture. Behind the scenes, Red Bull team principal Christian Horner confirmed that Verstappen did apologize internally for the incident with Russell. As Verstappen heads into the Canadian Grand Prix, he's facing a challenge, trailing 49 points behind the Drivers' Championship leader, Oscar Piastri. Jacques Villeneuve also weighed in on the penalties surrounding this event, stating that if rules exist, they should be uniformly applied, arguing that Russell deserved a penalty for his part in the incident. Keeping an eye on other drivers, there's a curious takeaway from recent races. Former Red Bull driver noted his surprise at Lewis Hamilton's behavior in Spain, hinting at expectations that Verstappen might not have aligned with Hamilton's choices. In a broader context, there are murmurs about the upcoming title race. Some analysts believe that the championship may be nearly unattainable for Verstappen, unless his competitors from McLaren experience significant missteps. Reflecting on the cultural shift in F1, Russell emphasized that modern fans might not appreciate personalities like Kimi Räikkönen, who, while being an iconic figure, might not resonate with today's audience. As we gear up for the Canadian GP, fans are left with bold predictions and intriguing dynamics in the championship. Will Verstappen's aggressive style see him through this season, or will he need to adapt in the face of penalties? As always, stay tuned for updates and insights from the thrilling world of Formula One. Ferrari has been navigating a challenging season in Formula One, and all eyes are on team principal Fred Vasseur. Recent reports indicate that Vasseur's position is under scrutiny from the higher-ups at Ferrari, following a disappointing performance in the F1 2025 campaign. As Vasseur finds himself in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix, the pressure mounts. His counterpart, Antonello Coletta, leads the charge at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, aiming for Ferrari's third consecutive win. Many believe Coletta is the man who could replace Vasseur if results don't improve. Vasseur's tenure has been marked by significant changes, most notably the arrival of Lewis Hamilton, as the team makes a strategic shift away from Carlos Sainz. The dynamics have shifted within the garage, yet the results haven't come through for Vasseur. Despite a promising start with Charles Leclerc securing third place in Spain, the team remains without a win and is now sitting a staggering 197 points behind the leading McLaren team after just 9 races. The initial enthusiasm that surrounded Vasseur's appointment has quickly turned into concern. While the drivers once hoped for a title challenge, the harsh reality has set in. The mood within the team has been far from triumphant, with Hamilton still waiting for his first podium finish with Ferrari. Much of the scrutiny directed at Vasseur is rooted in the team's inability to replicate the momentum gained last season. He has defended his position by emphasizing that the issues plaguing the SF25 car are not solely due to recent changes in personnel. Vasseur points out that former Mercedes engineer Loic Serra, who stepped in as the technical director, joined after the car's core specifications were already locked in. Highlighting the challenges he faced upon Serra's arrival, Vasseur remarked, "When Loic arrived, the car was already set in stone: wheelbase, weight distribution, aerodynamic philosophy. He didn't have any significant room for maneuver." The dynamics continue to evolve as teams like McLaren surge ahead, leaving Ferrari in a precarious situation. With Vasseur at the helm, the next races will be crucial. Will he be able to steer Ferrari back into contention, or will the organization's desire for success ultimately lead to a change in leadership? The outcome of the Canadian Grand Prix could very well dictate the future of this storied team in the fast-paced world of Formula One. Stay tuned as we await what's next for Ferrari and the decisions that lie ahead for Fred Vasseur. Will this season mark a turning point, or will the search for a new team principal come to the forefront? Only time will tell. As we dive deeper into the situation at Ferrari, it's clear that all eyes are now on Fred Vasseur. His leadership has come under scrutiny, with reports from Corriere dello Sera highlighting management's concerns over the team's less-than-stellar performance. Vasseur has been asked to provide justifications, and his position appears increasingly uncertain. Speculation is rife about potential replacements, with one name rising to the top: Laurent Coletta. He's currently overseeing Ferrari's hypercar program and has enjoyed significant success, leading the team to back-to-back victories at the prestigious 24 Hours of Le Mans. Now, as they aim for a third victory, Coletta's stock is rising within the organization. Interestingly, Coletta has previously been considered for the F1 team principal position, but has turned it down multiple times, reiterating his commitment to his current role. However, should Ferrari achieve another this weekend, it might compel him to reassess his options, potentially placing him at the forefront if Vasseur exits. Adding to the intrigue, there were recent discussions involving Christian Horner, the team principal at Red Bull Racing. Despite being approached by Ferrari, Horner remains committed to Red Bull, firmly stating his allegiance and contract that binds him until 2030. He expressed gratitude for the recognition but was clear about his long-term intentions. The landscape of Formula One is always shifting, with rumors swirling and speculation rampant. Yet, amidst this transition, one thing remains constant: the commitment from leaders like Horner and the anticipation that surrounds the future of the Ferrari team. With the F1 community abuzz over potential team changes and strategies for upcoming races, it's an exciting time for fans. Whether it's Vasseur's eventual exit or Colletta's rise, stay tuned as the unfolding drama captures our attention on and off the track. Lando Norris has stepped into the spotlight, asserting that McLaren has a clear number one, and that's the team itself. This affirmation comes after a remarkable journey, as McLaren secured their first constructors' title in over 2 decades last season, a feat they achieved for the first time since 1998. Now, as they gear up for the 2025 season, McLaren is eyeing the double, both the constructors' and drivers' titles. Norris highlighted the impressive dominance of the MCL 39, suggesting that McLaren could potentially secure a 1-2 finish in the drivers' standings. Right now, his teammate Oscar Piastri is at the forefront, leading by a slim margin of 10 points. The competition between these two has intensified, and the momentum has shifted back and forth throughout the season's first 9 races. Both drivers are not just racing for the title, they are on the brink of becoming McLaren's first world champion since Lewis Hamilton in 2008, the 13th in the storied history of the team, and crucially for both, it would mark their maiden Formula One title. With such a tight contest, the powerful question looms: which way will the pendulum swing? McLaren finds itself in a unique position. They're committed to maintaining a fair competition between the two drivers, refusing to designate one as the clear leader, despite the high stakes that could result in losing the world title. In the current landscape of F1 2025, the head-to-head statistics between McLaren teammates tell a compelling story. McLaren CEO Zak Brown emphasized the difficulty of sidelining either driver in light of their close ranking, especially when they are separated by less than a single race's points. He expressed strong commitment to allowing both drivers to compete freely. Team principal Andrea Stella echoed these sentiments, affirming the importance of respectful racing between Norris and Piastri. A set of unwritten rules, known as the papaya rules, have been established to ensure that both drivers give each other enough space and avoid clashes on the track. However, at the end of the day, Norris pointed out that the true number one at McLaren isn't him or Piastri, but the team itself. "I'm employed by the team and I have to drive and race for them," Norris stated during an interview with the BBC. He reiterated the focus on winning the Constructors' Championship and acknowledged the individual championship aspirations, reinforcing that while personal success is significant, the collective triumph of the team remains paramount. As the season progresses, fans are buzzing with excitement as they watch these two formidable teammates go head-to-head in what promises to be a fiercely competitive season. Who will emerge victorious? Will Norris or Piastri take the top spot? Or will the strength of their team prevail above the individual accolades? The world of Formula One is watching closely, and McLaren is undeniably at the heart of this title battle. As we shift focus back to the McLaren-powered excitement in Formula One, it's clear that harmony among team members plays a critical role in championship success. Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, both of whom now find themselves in title contention, have shown remarkable camaraderie. Even as they race fiercely, they emphasize their mutual respect and pride in representing McLaren. Norris has remarked that while victories are important, enjoying the racing experience with his teammate is equally vital. This positive dynamic stands in contrast to the intense rivalries of the past, specifically referencing the turbulent relationship between Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg during their time at Mercedes. Both drivers have maintained a lighthearted atmosphere on the track, joking with each other and celebrating accomplishments together. Norris attributes this outstanding team spirit to being a great teammate, suggesting it's possible to compete fiercely while enjoying the journey together. Their shared goal of lifting the McLaren name in the standings fuels their competitive drive, yet it also fosters a supportive environment. However, this cordial nature might soon be tested as they climb higher in the rankings. With the possibility of close battles for points and podiums, commentators like Nico Rosberg have pointed out that maintaining this level of decorum can be challenging in the high-stakes world of Formula One. As fierce competitors, it's inevitable that their mutual respect could be strained when championship aspirations drive them closer to personal ambitions. Currently, both Norris and Piastri are outpacing Max Verstappen in the drivers' standings, a position that can place extreme pressure on any team dynamic. Rosberg has queried if their friendly camaraderie can persist amidst the potential cutthroat competition. After all, as the stakes rise, so do tensions. Will they be able to balance rivalry with teamwork, or will ambition take precedence? As the season progresses, all eyes will be on McLaren's duo. Audiences wait keenly to see how they navigate the fine line between individual competition and collaborative success. It's a thrilling narrative unfolding in the competitive landscape of Formula One, with the McLaren team at the forefront of this evolving chapter. Lewis Hamilton recently expressed his support for Fred Vasseur amidst swirling rumors about the Ferrari team boss's future. He called on the media to stop making stuff up in light of speculation regarding Vasseur's job security. This situation has stirred up quite a discussion in the paddock, as many fans and insiders are grappling with the implications of such rumors. The Italian media has suggested that Vasseur, whose leadership has been pivotal for the team, is under pressure following a less-than-stellar performance this season. Ferrari's recent struggles, especially after having a competitive edge in 2024, have fueled these claims. Competitors like McLaren and Red Bull continue to outpace them on the track, mounting the pressure on Vasseur. With Ferrari trailing by a significant point margin, discussions regarding potential successors, including WEC boss Antonello Coletta, have surfaced. However, Ferrari has since dismissed these rumors as unfounded and insisted that Vasseur is not in any immediate danger of losing his position. Hamilton, in his defensive stance for Vasseur, conveyed how not nice it is to read such speculative headlines. He highlighted the significant role that Vasseur played in his own decision to join Ferrari, saying, "Fred's the main reason I'm in this team, and I'm forever grateful for that." Hamilton's words carry weight, reflecting the unity and collective effort within the team. He made it clear that he isn't in favor of a leadership change and expressed confidence in Vasseur's capability to guide Ferrari back to competitive glory. The speculation, which began to intensify during the recent Spanish Grand Prix weekend, has only served to agitate Hamilton further. He emphasized the importance of focusing on improvement in teamwork rather than indulging in media sensationalism about potential staff changes. As Vasseur faces critical races in the upcoming Canadian, Austrian, and British Grand Prix, the atmosphere around Ferrari remains charged. Fans and team members alike will be eager to see how the situation unfolds, and whether Hamilton's strong support for Vasseur can help pave a clearer path forward for the Scuderia. Ultimately, Hamilton's call to stop the rumor mill reflects a broader desire for stability and encouragement within the team. As they gear up for the next challenges on the track, it remains evident that strong leadership is crucial for Ferrari's aspirations moving forward. Ultimately, the narrative surrounding Ferrari's recent struggles is muddied by misunderstandings. Team principal Fred Vasseur openly acknowledges the complexity of the situation, stating that transitioning into a new role involves considerable adjustments and challenges. It's not just a smooth ride in the paddock. Enhancing team performance requires diligent work and a focused mindset. Vasseur, who succeeded Mattia Binotto before the 2023 season, has taken steps to improve the organization and strategic direction of the Scuderia. Under his guidance, Ferrari has aimed to become one of the top competitors on the grid during the 2024 season. However, with the high expectations stemming from a formidable lineup that includes seven-time world champion Lewis Hamilton, the pressure is palpable. As noted, Ferrari's strategy in car design, especially their front suspension choice, has left them struggling to contend effectively. While some media narratives lean toward criticism, Hamilton believes in Vassar's long-term vision, emphasizing that the reshuffling of personnel, be it drivers or engineers, takes time to integrate successfully. This isn't just about getting comfortable, it's about crafting a thorough approach to revamping the team. Hamilton affirmed his commitment, stating, "I'm here for the long haul." He is dedicated to supporting Vassar and the team's objectives. Shifting gears within a team like Ferrari means commitment from the drivers and management to evolve together. As he reflects on the challenges, Hamilton urges critics to appreciate the substantial efforts underway rather than speculate prematurely. Despite the current turbulence, Hamilton remains determined to collaborate closely with Vassar, signifying a collective ambition to elevate Ferrari's status in Formula One. As they move forward, the focus remains steadfast on unity and growth, rather than getting sidetracked by fleeting discussions regarding individual decisions. The journey ahead may seem daunting, but with shared goals and an unwavering spirit, Ferrari aims to reclaim its place among the leaders in motorsport. With strong leadership and a belief in their processes, the Scuderia is poised to tackle what comes next in this thrilling F1 season.